Good afternoon. Welcome to Kinsman Civic Memorial Stadium in Oshawa for the gold medal game of the OCAA 2018 Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. My name is Brian Oliver. Hope you're going to enjoy this game between a couple of heavyweight teams. The top teams in the league this year will be facing off for the gold medal, the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. We will have more information in a moment, but first our national anthem. A brisk and sunny afternoon now here in Oshawa for the gold medal game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. St. Clair looking to earn its 6th consecutive championship in the OCAAs, but they're going to have to do it the hard way this afternoon. Humber is in this game with a 2-0 record. They haven't lost. They are the home team. They would have to lose twice in order for St. Clair to win. But if the Saints are able to pull this game off, then there would be a second gold medal game that would follow this one at approximately 4 o'clock this afternoon here in Oshawa. St. Clair advanced to this game with a win this morning, a walk-off win over the Fanshawe Falcons, 5-4, a game that was very, very close. St. Clair loading the bases and getting a walk-off walk to win that game over Fanshawe. Fanshawe took home the bronze with the loss in that game. The Humber Hawks are, as we mentioned, are 2-0 in the tournament. They won their opening game yesterday over Fanshawe 6-2. And then last night they beat these same St. Clair Saints by a score of 7-0 in a game that saw St. Clair get just 3 base hits in the ball game. So that was a close game, though. It was 1-0 until the 6th before Humber put 6 runs up to blow it open. 7-0 the final last night. But everybody starts from scratch here this afternoon in this gold medal game. Humber, the team on the defense right now, is in the white jerseys, and St. Clair in the green jerseys with white pants. Humber will send to the mound their pitcher, Braden Taylor. Braden Taylor this year started 4 games, had a perfect record of 3-0. He had 1 complete game and an impressive earned run average of just 1.03. Hard throwing right-hander will start the game here. And his opening pitch to the St. Clair Saints is a ball. Kevin Dion is the opening batter for St. Clair. Left-handed hitter. Takes ball 2. And the 2-0 pitch is grounded to first base. And flipping it on to Taylor, the pitcher, for the first out is Brandon Lyons. So, quickly 1 away here for St. Clair in the top of the first. Scoring that one 3-1. First baseman to the pitcher covering. Temperature this afternoon here in Oshawa, 12 degrees. And partly cloudy skies. Pretty good conditions for October 20th as Kyle Gagnon, the second batter of the inning for St. Clair, takes a strike from Braden Taylor. And there's a ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike two. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Gagnon. That pitch misses, 2-2. There's ball 3. Three balls and 2 strikes to Kyle Gagnon. 1 away here, top of the first, just underway, gold medal game. And ball 4. Pitch is high. And it's a base runner for the Saints here in the first. And it'll bring up the right fielder, Miguel Cienfuegos. In the opening game this morning in the bronze medal game, Cienfuegos had basically a mask on to try and stay warm as he was feeling the effects of the cold. But he has taken that off for this game. Temperature has warmed up just a little bit from what it was this morning in the bronze medal game between St. Clair and Fanshawe. Cienfuegos lifts that ball to right field. Brandon Costa is under it and makes the catch for the out, 2 away. And that'll bring up Garrick Goddard, the designated hitter. He was the player of the game for St. Clair in the Saints' 5-4 bronze medal game victory over Fanshawe that propelled them into the gold game this afternoon. Runner on first with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Taylor's pitch is in there for a strike. Justin Mara is the catcher for Humber. Humber was 17-3 in the regular season. St. Clair was in second place at a record of 15-5. And a bunt is laid down. Goddard trying to beat out a bunt. The throw to first is not in time. It's an infield single. A bunt single for Garrick Goddard with 2 out, surprising everybody there. And now the Saints have runners at first and second with 2 out. And that moves Kyle Gagnon up to second base, so he's in scoring position now. And Brendan Renault will be the batter. First baseman for St. Clair. Hits from the right side. 2 away here, just underway. Top of the first. Renault pops that one foul. Strike 1. Kyle Gagnon at second, Garrick Goddard at first. 2 away. Count is 0-1 to Brendan Renault. That ball is fouled to the left side in front of the Humber Hawks dugout on the third base side here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Count is now 0-2. That pitch is smacked over the shortstop's head into center field. They are going to try and send the runner. The ball gets away from the center fielder. They're going to try and send a second runner. And now he stops and falls, and he's going to go back to third. Goddard was thinking about coming home. It's a base hit and then an error in the center field, and it's a 1-0 lead for St. Clair. So Garrick Goddard moves to third base on that hit. And an error in center field by Liam Sutherland as the ball got away from him. He was thinking about trying to come home with it, and it just went under his glove. 2 away now. Runners at second and third for St. Clair. Ball is in the dirt. Tyler Lansley's the batter now for St. Clair. 1-0 is the score, top of the first inning. Lansley, the third baseman for St. Clair, will look at a ball low from Braden Taylor. It's 2-0. Brendan Renault at second. Garrett Goddard at third base. And that pitch is very high. Count now 3-0. St. Clair Saints need to win this game to force a second gold medal game later this afternoon. Pitch is at the belt for a strike, 3-1. If the Humber Hawks win this game, they win the gold medal because it would be the second loss for St. Clair in the tournament. St. Clair with 1 loss, Humber with no losses so far. Here's the 3-1. That's high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Patrick Kibble will now come up to the plate for St. Clair. He is the catcher in this game, and this is going to bring a mound visit now for the Humber Hawks. This inning began with Kevin Dion grounding out to the first baseman with the pitcher covering, but since then we've had a walk, a fly out to right, and a couple of singles, an error, and then a walk. Bases loaded, 2 away here for St. Clair. St. Clair in the green jerseys with the gold numbers. The Humber Hawks in their white jerseys for this ball game. Garrett Goddard at third, Brendan Renault at second, Tyler Lansley at first, and here is the catcher, Patrick Kibble. Chance to really make a statement here in the first inning for St. Clair. That ball is hit to right field. Drifting back to his right, or to his left rather, is Brandon Costa, and he hauls it in as the wind pushed it a little bit away from him, but he made a good catch. The inning is over. However, it's a run across for St. Clair. We've played half an inning here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. St. Clair 1 and Humber coming to bat. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Brian Oliver here, the gold medal game of the 2018 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. It's the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks squaring off for the title. Humber can win the title by winning this game. St. Clair, if they win this game, would force a second game at 4 o'clock this afternoon, as it is a double knockout tournament, so you have to lose twice. St. Clair has 1 loss in this tournament to these Humber Hawks last night. Humber has not lost. The starting pitcher for St. Clair here in the bottom of the first inning, St. Clair with a run in the top of the first, by the way, so they have a 1-0 lead. Michael Beal will take over on the mound for St. Clair in this game. He had a 2-0 record in the regular season for the Saints and posted a earned run average of 1.17. Liam Sutherland will start things off for the Humber Hawks. Center fielder, power hitter, has had a great tournament so far, and he takes a ball to start things off for Michael Beal. Michael Beal from Windsor fires low, ball 2. Again, the Saints need to win this game to force a second game later this afternoon. If Humber wins it, the tournament is over and Humber would take home the gold. 3-0 now to Liam Sutherland. The St. Clair Saints, 5-time defending champions of this tournament, trying to make it 6 in a row. There's a ball just outside, ball 4. Sutherland trots down to first with a leadoff walk on 4 pitches. So a good start for the Humber Hawks. Justin Mara will be the batter now for Humber, jersey number 25. Mara bats from the left side. Leadoff walk here for Liam Sutherland. We'll keep an eye on him at first base. First pitch is low, and Sutherland is going to take off and go to second. Throw down to second, he's out. Great throw by Patrick Kibble. Kevin Dion gets the tag down as Sutherland tried to take advantage of a ball in the dirt, and he is thrown out trying to steal. So that's the first out of the inning. Count is now 1-1 to Justin Mara. Nobody on base, 1 away here in the first inning for Humber. There's a strike from Michael Beal. The 1-2 pitch is lined to short and caught by Kevin Dion. Nice defensive play there by St. Clair, and there are 2 away. So 2 away, and that brings up Brandon Lyons, the first baseman. Michael Beal gave up a leadoff walk, but that runner was erased with a beautiful throw by catcher Patrick Kibble down to second base as Liam Sutherland was trying to take advantage of a ball in the dirt. For the first out, Justin Mara just lined out to short. Here's Brandon Lyons, the first baseman, jersey number 20. Count is 1-1. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Ball and 2 strikes. That pitch just misses. Brandon Lyons may have thought that was strike 3. He stays in there now with a 2-2 count. That pitch is outside for ball 3 now. Full count to Brandon Lyons. Nobody on the base paths here for Humber in the bottom of the first inning. St. Clair with a 1-0 lead. And that pitch is at the belt, but it's tight. And it's the second walk of the inning, surrendered by Michael Beal. So it'll be a runner on first base now for the Hawks with 2 away, and it brings up the designated hitter, Dennis DeBanning. DeBanning, the number 4 hitter, cleanup hitter for Humber, looks at ball 1 for Michael Beal. St. Clair with the run in the top of the first inning. Humber trying to answer here in the bottom of the inning. DeBanning takes outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Beal trying to find the strike zone here. He's given up a couple of walks here in this first inning. One was erased with a caught stealing. The 2-0 pitch is swung and a miss for strike one, 2-1. St. Clair in the green jerseys with the yellow numbers and yellow lettering. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, 2-2. Humber was 17-3 in the regular season. That pitch is in the dirt, it gets away. The runner goes to second and gets there. The ball gets away at second base, and that's going to send Lions all the way to third with 2 out. So a ball in the dirt. This time St. Clair unable to throw the runner out, so it's a stolen base and then an error as the ball got away at second base, allowing Lions to come all the way to third. So the tying run now at first base for Humber here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 out, a full count to Dennis DeBanning. And the 3-2 pitch is off the pitcher's leg. It goes over to first base, covering at first, and out at first base is DeBanning. St. Clair gets out of it. What a crazy bounce that was. The ball was batted off the pitcher's leg and then over to the first baseman, and the pitcher, Michael Beal, had enough presence of mind to go over to first to cover, and he would score that 1-3-1, a very unusual defensive play, but they're out of the inning. 1 inning complete here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium. The score, St. Clair 1, Humber nothing. Back at Kinsman Civic Memorial Stadium in Oshawa, Brian Oliver here. You're watching the 2018 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. This is the gold medal game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Now it is a double elimination tournament. St. Clair has lost once in this tournament. They lost to Humber last night, so they have 1 loss. Humber has not lost yet, so if St. Clair were to win this game, there would be a second gold medal game this afternoon at about 4 o'clock. So far, through 1 inning, St. Clair with a 1-0 lead. We go to the top of the second now, and it's Luke Renault, number 37, batting for St. Clair. He fouls one off and now takes a strike, 0-2. Luke Renault in left field in this ball game for the Saints. That pitch just misses. Count is 1-2. Braden Taylor is the starting pitcher for Humber. Comes home with that, and it's grounded to third. Ty Martin is up with it. On to first, and plenty of time for the out. 1 away. And it'll be Darian Gray, the center fielder for St. Clair. Braden Taylor, starting pitcher for Humber this year, again had a 1.03 earned run average. He started 4 games for the Hawks. Record of 3 wins and no losses, and he had 1 complete game. Listed in the lineup as jersey number 9, he's wearing number 2 in this game. That ball is hit to center field, and Liam Sutherland is under it. looking into the sunshine and catching it for the second out. So one pitch, one out there. Gray is retired. That turns the lineup over now for St. Clair, and it'll bring up Kevin Dion. Shortstop. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out, first baseman to pitcher in the first inning. 2 away here for St. Clair, top of the second. Big swing and a miss there from Dion. One ball and one strike. Taylor's pitch is very high. 2-1 now. St. Clair with 1 run in the top of the first inning. There's a strike taken. 2 strikes now, ball and 2 strikes. A couple of walks and a couple of singles for St. Clair in the first inning, leading to that first run of the ball game. And there was also an error in center field. But just the 1 run. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dion. Sorry, it was a full count. Scoreboard had 2-2, but it was actually 3-2. And it is a walk. So Dion is on with 2 away now, base runner for St. Clair. And it's Kyle Gagnon, the second baseman. Gagnon walked and scored in the first inning, the only run of the ball game. He takes a strike from Braden Taylor. Humber looking to end the 5 consecutive gold medal championships for St. Clair. St. Clair looking for a sixth consecutive gold medal in the OCAAs here this afternoon. The 0-1 pitch is lifted to left field. That could be trouble. It's behind the shortstop and in front of the left fielder, and it drops in for a base hit. The wind pushing that just out of the reach of Jared Gonzalez, who gave a valiant effort on it. It drops in for a base hit, so there were quickly 2 out, but now we've seen a walk and a base hit, and it's 2-on with 2 away for Miguel Cienfuegos. First and second for St. Clair here. Top of the second inning, they lead at 1-0. Cienfuegos takes a high pitch for ball 1. So Gagnon is on first base. He has now a walk and a hit in this ball game, on base twice in 2 appearances. Count is 1-0. Time is called. Sky's clearing just nicely here with the sunshine out in Oshawa. Temperature about 11 degrees, 12 degrees. The 1-0 pitch, big healthy cut. Strike 1. Garrett Goddard awaits on deck if Cienfuegos can make his way onto the base paths here with 2 away. First and second for St. Clair. 2 out. Ball bounces in, and it is blocked by Justin Mara. Almost a bit of a collision there between Mara and the batter, Cienfuegos. And Mara is going to go out and talk things over with Braden Taylor to make sure that they're on the right page there. Perhaps that was not the pitch that Mara was expecting. It looks like they've got things straightened away, and Mara is back, put on his mask. The count is 2 balls and a strike to Miguel Cienfuegos. 2 away, 2 on for St. Clair. Good pitch there, good swing. But Cienfuegos swings through it, and it's 2-2. St. Clair looking to add to an early 1-0 lead here against the Humber Hawks. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is ripped to center field. It's a base hit. Coming around is Dion into the score, is standing up. The ball gets away in the infield, and everybody is now safe on the base paths as Gagnon gets back into second base. It's an RBI single for Miguel Cienfuegos. It's a 2-0 lead now for the St. Clair Saints. All of this coming with 2 out. There was nobody on with 2 out, and we've seen a walk and consecutive singles now to produce a run. So 2-0 is the score now for St. Clair. We're in the top of the second inning. St. Clair, the visiting team, they finished in second place in the standings. Humber was the #1 team in the standings. That ball is in the dirt. Mara with a good block. Count is 1-0 to Garrett Goddard. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game with a single. He was the player of the game in the bronze medal match early this morning against Fanshawe. The 1-0 pitch is a high one. He swings under it for strike 1. First and second here for the Saints. 2 out. Top of the second. 2-0 is the score in favor of St. Clair. Looking to force a final deciding game later this afternoon if they can win this game. Here's the 1-1, and that is down the right field line. It's a fair ball. Could be extra bases. It's going to score at least 1 run. And perhaps 2. Cienfuegos is coming all the way around from first. He scores, and third with a triple. And going to score all the way is Goddard. 3 runs come in, and it's 5-0. So it's a 2-run triple. There's a bunt attempt, and Justin Mara is going to catch that one as Brendan Renault attempted a bunt with 2 out, and it was caught at the pop-up by Justin Mara. But big fireworks there for St. Clair. 4 runs scored. The big one, a 2-run triple by Garrick Goddard to stake the Saints to a 5-0 lead. We've played an inning and a half here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. 5-0 St. Clair over Humber. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Gold medal game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Just joining us, St. Clair with a 5-0 lead here as we head to the bottom of the second. St. Clair with 4 runs in the top of the second inning, and all of those runs coming with 2 out. There was nobody on with 2 out, and then St. Clair exploded for 4 with 2 singles and a triple. So we go to the bottom of the second now, and Humber with a big deficit to climb out of here, although we are still early in the game. Keegan Murphy is the leadoff hitter for the Hawks here in the second. Count is 2 balls and no strikes right now against Michael Beal, the leadoff starting pitcher rather for St. Clair. He misses again for ball 3. Michael Beal at a 1.17 earned run average during the regular season, a record of 2-0. He did walk a couple batters back in the first inning, but did not give up a run. But he's behind 3 balls and no strikes here to Keegan Murphy. There's a strike. 3-1. St. Clair with a single run in the first, 4 runs here in the second inning. Humber now batting in the bottom of the second inning. They're the home team. Humber in the white jerseys. 3-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Just at the knees. And Beal has worked himself back into the count. It was 3-0, now it's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch comes, and it is high for ball 4. So it's a base runner with nobody out for Humber. Murphy goes down to first base. 3rd walk issued so far in the ball game by Michael Beal. Left fielder Andrew Thompson comes up now as the Humber Hawks look to chip away. At a 5-run deficit. First pitch from Beal is low for ball 1. Keegan Murphy not moving on the pitch. There've been a few balls in the dirt so far in this game, and on each occasion, Humber has attempted to take second. They were successful once, but unsuccessful the other time. 1-0 is the count. Nobody away. That ball's in the dirt again. 2-0. St. Clair 5. Humber no score. Second inning. If Humber wins this game, they are the OCAA champions. If St. Clair wins this game, we would play a second game at 4 o'clock. And Beal is really struggling with his control so far. Looks like he's looking down at the dirt on the mound. Seems to be maybe losing his footing as he comes through on the follow-through in his pitch. But he has been behind in a lot of counts so far in this ball game. 3 walks issued against 5 batters so far. And he's behind 3-0 here to Andrew Thompson. Humber looking for some base runners to claw back and start chipping away at a 5-run deficit here in the second inning. 3-0 is the count to Andrew Thompson. And he walks. 4 walks issued now by Michael Beal, and that's going to bring a mound visit now, as Michael Beal is just having a bit of trouble finding that zone. And it's just the pitching coach chatting with him. The catcher's staying behind the plate. No infielders are coming to chat with them. Guess they're just making sure everything is fine. But St. Clair with a big 5-0 lead here. But the ticket back into the ball game for Humber would be lots of base runners, and so would walks. 4 out of 6 batters, 4 of them have been walked. Nobody out, first and second here for Humber. Bottom of the second, and that pitch is in for a strike to Brandon Costa, the right fielder. Costa will be trying to put a ball in play and move those base runners up as Humber looks to try and get something going here in the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's low. Ball and a strike. And Michael Beal just does not look comfortable out there on the mound right now. We're already seeing activity in the Humber bullpen. There's a ball that's hit to center field, and it is going to drop in for a base hit. The wind held that up, Center fielder Darian Gray looked to have a beat on it, but he pulled up in front of it. The ball dropped in for a base hit, so both of those walks advanced. The bases are loaded and there's nobody out. And here's Ty Martin. So the third baseman for Humber comes up now with a big situation. Bases loaded, nobody out. His team is down 5-0, but a big chance to get back in the ball game. Ty Martin looks at ball one. One ball, no strikes. Murphy at third, Thompson at second, Costa at first. Ty Martin will look at a ball outside. It's 2-0. Michael Beal in a jam here in the second inning, bottom of the second inning. His team is up 5-0, but Humber is threatening. There's ball three. 3 balls, no strikes. 4 walks in the ball game already so far for Michael Beal. And here's another 3-0 count. The pitch is taken for a strike. 3-1. St. Clair looking for an out. Humber looking for a run or more. There's a pitch and it's low. Ball 4. And that will walk in a run. Humber is on the board. Score is now 5-1. The bases remain loaded. And the tying run now at the plate with Jared Gonzalez, the shortstop, ready to take bat. First pitch to Gonzalez is a strike. 5 walks in 8 batters for Michael Beal. The 0-1 pitch is fouled away for strike 2. Bases loaded here for Humber. They have broken through with a run. A 5-0 game is now a 5-1 game. The Hawks looking for more. Nobody out. That ball is hit to third base. They will go to second for 1, and that's all they will get. It'll be a fielder's choice for Jared Gonzalez. An out is recorded at second, and it's now a 5-2 ball game, and that turns the lineup over for the heavy hitter, Liam Sutherland. So Ty Martin was out at second, forced out on that. St. Clair not able to turn the double play, the first out of the inning. Runners at the corners now. First and third, 1 away. Score is St. Clair 5 and Humber 2. Liam Sutherland walked in his first plate appearance. He hits that ball between third and short. It's a base hit. That will score a run. And it's 5-3. So the Humber Hawks are rallying here as it looks like we could be in for a shootout of a ball game. St. Clair 5 and Humber 3. Here's Justin Marr, the catcher. Mara takes strike 1 from Michael Beal. 3 walks and a hit. 2 hits, rather, in this inning. 3 walks and 2 hits have produced 3 runs so far for Humber. That pitch is outside for ball 1. 5-3 is the score. St. Clair still in the lead, but Humber has runners at first and second with just 1 away. Mara lined out to short in his only plate appearance of the game so far. He takes it inside for ball 3. St. Clair with a 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It is skied to left field, and it's going to be trouble for the left fielders. He has to come a long way to make that catch. Lucas Renault had to run about 30 yards to come and catch that ball as the wind held it up in front of him, but he made a great running catch, the second out of the inning. And Michael Beal really needed that out. So Justin Mara is the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Brandon Lyons. The first baseman, he walked and stole a base back in the first inning, and he hits that one to center field. Base hit! That is going to score the 4th run of the game for Humber. 3 walks and 3 hits now for Humber in this second inning, and a 5-0 game is now a 5-4 game. Jared Gonzalez scoring all the way from second on that base hit to center field. 4 runs in. And it's a bat-around inning so far for Humber. Dennis DeBanning is now the batter. He fouls that off to the right side and out of play for strike 1. 4 runs for St. Clair in the first, or in the top of this inning. 4 runs now in the bottom of this inning for Humber. 5-4 is the score. The tying run for Humber now at second base. DeBanning takes a strike. Count is 0-2. Michael Beal trying to get out of this difficult inning that has seen him give up 3 walks and 3 hits. The count is 0-2. The runners go with the pitch. It's in the dirt. They throw it down to third, and it gets away from the third baseman. Double steal for Humber. That ratchets up the tension even more now as the tying run is at third base and the go-ahead run is at second. Second and third, 2 out. Count is 1-2 to Dennis DeBanning. The base hit would tie the game and probably put Humber out in front. Here's the 1-2. It's grounded to short. Kevin Dion is up with it, throws it on to first for the out, and the inning is over. But a huge 4-run outburst for the Humber Hawks. And at the end of 2 innings, we have a high-scoring shootout underway. It's St. Clair 5 and Humber 4. Welcome back to Kinsman Civic Memorial Stadium in Oshawa. Brian Oliver here at the OCAA 2018 Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. 2 innings complete in this gold medal game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. And it has been a shootout to this point. 5-4 is the score. St. Clair 5 and Humber 4 after 2 innings. Each team scoring 4 runs in the second inning. So we go to the third inning. And Tyler Lansley will be the leadoff hitter for the Saints. He walked in his only plate appearance so far in the game. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. 4 runs on 5 hits so far for St. Clair. 4 runs on 3 hits for Humber. That ball's in the dirt. 1-1 is the count. That pitch misses. Count is 2-1 to Tyler Lansley. Braden Taylor fires that one in. It's hit to Ty Martin at third. He'll throw it over to first for the out. 1 away. The Humber Hawks, #1 team in the season with a 17-3 record, trying to win this game and capture the Ontario Championship and end the 5-year consecutive reign for the St. Clair Saints. 1 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. St. Clair up 5-4. Patrick Kibble's the batter, and he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Kibble is 0 for 1, flied out to right field to end the 1st inning. St. Clair in the green uniforms. Kibble takes it in the dirt, 1-1. Humber in the white jerseys. Again, Humber is undefeated in the tournament so far at 2-0. Kibble swings at strike 2. St. Clair does have 1 loss, and if they lose this game, that would be their 2nd loss and would give Humber the championship. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Patrick Kibble, the catcher for St. Clair. He swings and misses at strike 3. And that's the first strikeout of the game for Braden Taylor. It's the 2nd out here in the 3rd inning, and it'll bring up Luke Renault. He's 0 for 1. Left fielder grounded out the 3rd in the last inning, in the 2nd inning, a 4-run inning for St. Clair. And this time he bounces it again to the 3rd baseman. Ty Martin comes up and throws him out at first, and the inning is over. Very quick inning for Humber as they ride the momentum of their 4-run outburst in the 2nd inning, and they will come up to bat now trailing 5-4 after 2.5 innings here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. And back at Kinsman Stadium here in Oshawa, Brian Oliver with the OCAA 2018 Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. This is the gold medal game between the St. Clair Saints in the green jerseys and the Humber Hawks, who are in white this afternoon. Good sunny conditions, and we've had quite a ball game so far with each team exploding offensively for some runs here. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Humber is the home team. They are trailing 5-4, but they were trailing at 1.5-0. They got 4 of those runs back in the 2nd inning on a bat-around inning, and they will look to start things off again. And in fact, the First batter of this inning will be the same batter who led off the second inning with a walk. It's Keegan Murphy. Keegan Murphy was picked up a walk to lead off the Humber second, and he later scored in an inning that saw 3 walks and 3 hits and a 4-run outburst for Humber. Keegan Murphy fouls that ball to deep right and out of play. You can see the power from Keegan Murphy there as he goes to the opposite field and hits it a long way, but it was a foul ball. Count is no balls, 1 strike to Keegan Murphy. Michael Beal remains in the game for St. Clair. And it's been a mixed game for him so far. He's issued 5 walks in the ball game, no strikeouts. And he's found himself behind in a lot of counts. See what he does here with the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Beal had a terrific regular season, a 1.17 earned run average, so not quite himself so far in this game, but maybe he will settle down here in the third. Beal's pitch is popped up and out of play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 record for Michael Beal. St. Clair with a run in the first and 4 in the second. Humber answered with 4 runs of their own in the bottom of the second inning. We are now in the bottom of the third. Humber with the win in this game would capture the gold medal and win the Ontario Championship. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in there for strike 3. And that's the first strikeout of the ball game for Michael Beal. And for the first time, he retires the leadoff hitter in an inning without issuing a walk. So it's Andrew Thompson now. Thompson walked and scored in the second inning. He bats from the left side. And Beal's first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is high. Thompson hinted perhaps at a bunt there, but it was a half-hearted attempt, and he took the bat back, just showing bunt. Here's the 1-1. That ball is ripped down the right side, and it's foul. Count is 1-2. Michael Beal seems like he's back in a bit of a groove now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch is just low. Count runs to 2-2 to Andrew Thompson. Humber batting here, bottom of the third. Humber trailing this game 5-4. There's 1 away, nobody on the base pass at the moment. Here's the 2-2. That ball is hammered to right center, and it's in the gap. That's a base hit. Thompson is digging for second, and he will be in there with a stand-up double. So Thompson is in scoring position now, and he represents the tying run in this ball game in the bottom of the third inning. That's the 4th hit of the game for the Hawks. It'll bring up the right fielder, Brandon Costa. He singled and scored in his only plate appearance so far. So Humber back in business now. First pitch to Costa is taken for a strike. St. Clair 5, Humber 4. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Michael Beal's 0-1 pitch is grounded up the middle. A base hit. It goes off the second base bag, kicks into center field. That's going to tie the ball game. A single for Brandon Costa. It was through between second and third, or sorry, between shortstop and second, and it hit the second base bag. And off it went into center field. and that allowed Thompson to come all the way around for second to score and tie the game. It's a 5-5 game. A couple of powerhouse teams here really exchanging a lot of punches in the early going. 5-5 now in the bottom of the third inning. Humber with the runner on first with one out. Ty Martin is the batter now for Humber, third baseman. He walked in his only plate appearance. Go-ahead run for Humber is at first base. He goes with the pitch. It's a delayed steal. The throw down and tagged out. Patrick Kibble guns down Brandon Costa for the second out. That's the second time he's thrown out a runner at second base. A good tag there, and that's a significant out because that was representing the go-ahead run for Humber here in the third inning. So nobody on the bases now, 2 away. Michael Beal's pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes now to Ty Martin. Humber 5, St. Clair 5. Gold medal game. Martin holds up on that, checks the swing. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch for Michael Beal. That is put into play to the first baseman. First baseman flips it over to Michael Beal, the pitcher covering for the out. The inning is over. But 1 run is in for Humber, and we're all square after 3 innings. It's Humber 5, St. Clair 5. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Gold medal game, perhaps the first of 2 gold medal games between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. The 2018 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. We go to the 4th inning. St. Clair 5, Humber 5. And the leadoff hitter, Darian Gray. First offering is knocked over to the third baseman, Ty Martin, and he comes up with the throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. So 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning for St. Clair. They scored 1 in the first, 4 in the second. Humber scored 4 in the second and 1 in the third to tie things up. Kevin Dion is the batter now for the St. Clair Saints. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game with a walk, scored a run. He's the shortstop. Grounds that ball to second base. Pitcher's going to have to cover this one, and the play is called out at first base. Second baseman got the ball and threw it over to Braden Taylor, who did a great job of covering it. Close play at first, 2 away. So that is scored 4-1. Second baseman to the pitcher. Kyle Gagnon will be the batter now. He has singled, he has walked, he has scored 2 runs. 2 away, nobody on the bases, in a 5-5 game here, top of the 4th, St. Clair batting. That is going to be a base hit to right center field as Gagnon's perfect afternoon continues. Now 2 for 2 with a walk and a 2-out base runner for the Saints. Remember that the Saints scored 4 runs in the second inning, and all of that came with 2 out. All of those 4 runs came with 2 away. There was the first 2 batters of the inning were retired, and then a walk, couple of walks, couple of singles. Later, 4 runs had come in, so 2-out magic potentially. Miguel Cienfuegos hits that ball to right field. It looks like it's a foul ball, and it is it's a foul ball. It's a broken bat for Cienfuegos, so he's going to get some new lumber here. Ball was hammered to deep right, but the wind pushing that into foul territory. Cienfuegos gets a new bat. Count is 0-1. The go-ahead run for St. Clair is at first base. Kyle Gagnon, who just singled moments ago, represents the lead run in this game. Top of the 4th. 5-5 is the score. Braden Taylor's pitch is hammered into left field. Cienfuegos with a base hit. So it's single. 2 away now, but 2 on with Garrett Goddard coming to the plate. And he's had the hot bat all day long. He had a monster game against Fanshawe this morning. And in this game, he's 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. And here he comes now with runners at first and second and 2 out. He is the DH, and he bats in the cleanup position. Exactly who St. Clair would want in this situation. He swings and misses at strike 1. Kyle Gagnon is the runner at second. He would be the go-ahead run for St. Clair. Miguel Cienfuegos is at first. 2 away here in the St. Clair 4th inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Braden Taylor, the Humber starter. Trying to work out of a difficult situation here with 2 on and 2 out. The 0-2 pitch comes, and it's high for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to Garrett Goddard. Runners at first and second. That's an off-speed pitch, and Goddard knocks that out of play. Stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Kyle Gagnon at second base, looking to come home here with the go-ahead run. There's another fouled off pitch. Count is still 1-2. Braden Taylor trying to put Garrett Goddard away. He certainly is a very difficult out. Here's the 1-2. Outside. And now Goddard's worked the count back to 2-2. 2 on for the Saints here in the 4th inning in a 5-5 deadlock. The 2-2 pitch is lifted to right field. It is going to be caught. Keegan Murphy is under it, looking up into the sunshine, and the inning is over. 3.5 innings in the books here now at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. It's a 5-5 tie between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, gold medal game of the OCAA Men's 2018 Championship, presented by Bel Air Direct. Brian Oliver here in Oshawa. Hope you're enjoying this exciting game between St. Clair and Humber. First pitch of the fourth inning for Humber hits the shortstop, Jared Gonzalez, and he trots down to first base. That's a hit batter, and it's a runner on first with nobody out now for Humber in a 5-5 game. Here comes Liam Sutherland, the leadoff hitter for Humber. Squares to bunt, takes it back for a ball against Michael Beal. Sutherland is 1 for 1 with a walk in this game, but a very, very dangerous hitter. The 1-0 pitch, squares to bunt again, takes it low. He's trying to get Jared Gonzalez, who just reached on a hit by pitch, trying to get him over to second base. But Michael Beal has missed with the first two pitches. The count now 2 balls and no strikes. Score is 5-5, Humber and St. Clair. Runner goes with the pitch. It's a hit and run, and it works perfectly. Gonzalez is around second. He'll dig in for third. And Humber, with runners at first and third and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning in a 5-5 game. We're going to see a mound visit now for the St. Clair Saints. That was just a perfectly executed hit and run by the Humber Hawks. So they have the go-ahead run now at third base. Jaron Gonzalez at third, and Liam Sutherland, who just singled, is at first base. And we're going to see a pitching change. That's the end of the line for Michael Beal. The new pitcher is going to be Mitchell Galt. So Michael Beal is out of the game, and Mitchell Galt, who has pitched earlier in this tournament, will come on, the left-hander, to try and put out the fire here as the Humber Hawks are threatening to take the lead and gain the lead for the first time in this game. St. Clair led it 5-0 after an inning and a half. But Humber answered with 4 runs in the second and 1 in the third to even the score. And now they have runners at first and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Humber looking to take the lead and move a step closer to claiming its first ever OCAA championship. The St. Clair Saints have won this tournament and owned this tournament over the last number of years. 5 straight gold medals. And they'd never played in a bronze medal game before in this tournament. They had to do that this morning against Fanshawe, and they won that game in a walk-off, 5-4. But their 5-year reign is in serious jeopardy this afternoon against the Humber Hawks as Galt is ready to go. And the batter is Justin Mara. Runners at first and third here for Humber. Nobody out. Mara is 0 for 2 in the ball game with a line out and a fly out to left. The 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. Mitchell Galt into the ball game as the pitcher now for the St. Clair Saints. He's from Tecumseh. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1. Keep an eye on Liam Sutherland, the Humber base runner at first base. See if he goes. He might be a threat to steal. Mara calls for time. It's granted. Mitchell Galt looks like he likes to work quickly on the mound here. But he has a very difficult task here. Runners first and third, nobody out. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Justin Mara, the catcher for Humber, looks down for the signals. Humber threatening to take the lead. They trailed in this game once at 5-0. There's ball 4. It's high for Mitchell Galt. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. And here comes Brandon Lyons. Brandon Lyons, the big right-handed hitting first baseman. 1 for 1 in the ball game with a walk, and he looks at strike 1. The Humber Hawks with a chance to take the lead here in the 4th inning in a 5-5 ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is lifted to left field. That could drop, and it's going to drop in front of the left fielder, Luke Renault. It's an RBI single, and Humber has the lead. It's 6-5 for the Hawks. That ball was not hit particularly hard to left field, but the wind, which is blowing directly from left field into the infield, pushed the ball away from Luke Renault, and he just had no chance to catch that, no matter how fast he was. Ball just died in front of him. So it's an RBI single for Brandon Lyons. Humber 6, St. Clair 5. The batter now, Dennis DeBanning, the designated hitter, 0 for 2 in the ball game. A couple of groundouts. Here's the 0-1. Taken for strike 2. He doesn't like that pitch. Thought it might have been outside, maybe a bit high. Nobody out, bases loaded. Humber has just taken the lead, 6-5 here, bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 0-2, and that's certainly outside. Mitchell Galt on in relief of Michael Beal and trying to put out a big uprising here from the Humber Hawks. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout for St. Clair, and it's the first out of the inning. So that'll douse the Flames just a little bit, but a lot of work to do still for St. Clair on the defensive side of things, but a double play could get them out of things now. Keegan Murphy will be the batter. He's the second baseman for Humber. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout in this game. He swings and misses at strike 1. Bases loaded here for Humber, looking for more. They already have 1 run in here and have erased a 5-0 deficit and turned it into a 6-5 lead. Keegan Murphy, big right-hander, squares to bunt. It's a squeeze play up the first base line. That's going to bring in a run, and it's a 7-5 game. A squeeze, a sacrifice bunt knocks in a run. 7-5 Humber. Perfect bunt up the first base side. The Saints do turn the out there as it was a ground out to first base. 2 runs in now, 7-5 Humber. So it's runners at second and third now for Humber. 2 away, but they have a 7-5 lead. That ball is hit to second base, and it's going to be off the second baseman's glove. Goes into center field. 2 more runs are in. 9-5 Humber. The Humber Hawks exploding again here in the 4th inning. 4 runs in and a 9-5 lead for the Hawks. Brandon Costa will be the batter now for Humber. There's a runner at first with 2 out. 9-5 for Humber. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Count is no balls, 1 strike. Runner goes with the pitch. That is hit to right field. Hit and run was on, and they will turn the out there as the second baseman gets to the ball, and the first baseman, Brendan Renault, gets back to first base to record the out. But a huge inning for the Humber Hawks. We've played 4 innings now here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Humber Hawks lead this game over the St. Clair Saints by a score of 9-5. Back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, Brian Oliver here with the OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship gold medal game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. A lot of action in this game so far. 4 innings complete. Humber leads it by a score of 9-5. 4 runs for Humber in the second, and another 4 runs just moments ago in the 4th inning to break open the game. Humber trailed this game 5-0 at one point, but now they lead it 9-5. 4 runs on 3 hits. There was a hit batter, a sacrifice bunt for Humber in the 4th inning to build that 9-5 lead. So we move to the 5th now, and St. Clair, down by 4 runs, sends up Brendan Renault to lead things off. He fouls that 2-0 pitch to the right side, and it's out of play. Renault is 1 for 2 in the ball game with a single back in the 1st inning. Knocked in the first run of the ball game for St. Clair. Again, at one point, St. Clair had a 5-0 lead in this game. But the Humber Hawks have been loud since the 2nd inning, scoring 9 unanswered. Renault's shot is popped up to the right side, and it is caught by Brandon Lyons in foul territory for the first out of the 5th inning for the Saints. Tyler Lansley will be the next batter for St. Clair. Remember, St. Clair has never lost this tournament. They are 5-time defending champions in the OCAA. The Humber Hawks looking to end that reign here this afternoon, and they have a 9-5 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Tyler Lansley is ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Does have a walk. He takes that ball at the belt, and it's called a ball for ball 3. The Saints need some base runners here. There's a strike from Braden Taylor. Braden Taylor, really Humber was so far behind in this game, but they didn't panic. There's a ball that's hit sharply to the shortstop, Jared Gonzalez. He fights it off, keeps it in front of him, and throws out Lansley at first for the 2nd out. 2 away. And it'll be Patrick Kibble. Patrick Kibble, the catcher, wears number 7 for St. Clair. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. The flyout and a strikeout. And he looks at strike 1 from Braden Taylor. The 0-1 pitch is low. St. Clair with a run in the first and 4 in the second. Humber with 4 in the second, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth to build a 9-5 lead. 2 balls and a strike now to Patrick Kibble. He takes a strike just under the letters. Count is 2-2. The Humber Hawks 7 outs away from a provincial championship. That ball is hit to second base. First baseman covers, and a great snag by Braden Taylor to record the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up and 3 down for St. Clair. We've played 4.5 innings here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa in the gold medal game of the OCAA Men's Baseball Championship. Humber 9, St. Clair 5. Back at Kinsman Civic Memorial Stadium in Oshawa, gold medal game of the OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship, presented by Bel Air Direct. Brian Oliver here. Hope you're enjoying the live stream game of this gold medal match between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning now, and Humber with a 9-5 lead and just a couple of innings away from claiming its first provincial title. St. Clair has never lost this tournament, and coming into this year had never even played in a bronze medal game in this tournament. A perfect 15-0 in the tournament. But that all ended last night in the game here at Kinsman at 6:30 last night when Humber beat St. Clair 7-0. That pushed Humber into the championship game automatically, and St. Clair was forced into the bronze medal game this morning against Fanshawe. St. Clair did win that game in a walk-off 5-4 to get back to face Humber here for the gold medal again. But they are in a big deficit here in the late going. Bottom of the 5th inning, Ty Martin is the batter for Humber. Third baseman is 0 for 1 in the ball game with a walk. His Hawks are leading 9-5. The go-ahead 4 runs coming in the last inning. 4 runs on 3 hits, putting Humber in the lead. Garrett Goddard is now the pitcher for St. Clair, left-hander in the game. Comes on for Mitchell Galt. Count is 2-1 here to Ty Martin. That pitch is high. 3-1. The Humber bench is very loud and excited right now, and rightly so. They can smell it. There's a strike, 3-2. The Hawks 17-3 in the regular season, finished in first place. Looking to convert that first place finish into a provincial championship here this afternoon. Martin looks at ball 4 from Garrett Goddard. So the leadoff batter is on for the Hawks here in the bottom of the 5th, and Jared Gonzalez will come up, the shortstop. He reached and scored on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th and later scored in the 4th. Humber looking for more insurance here. And they may have him picked off at first. No, they don't. Brendan Renault thought he had him picked off, but the ball got away from him, and it looks like he is injured. There was a collision there between the base runner and the first baseman. The first baseman and the base runner. And they're looking at his face right now. Might be his eye. Brendan Renault, they had the base runner leaning on that, and he may have been picked off, but the ball came in, and as Renault tried to reach back, the ball got out of his glove, and then Ty Martin collided with Brendan Renault, and that collision is what has led to the situation here as they take a look at Renault. It looks like he's all right. Couple of big baseball players there, and that was a nasty collision. Ty Martin, of course, was safe as he got back just in time as the ball got away from the first baseman. Renault gets back into position. He's going to shake it off and will continue. Humber with a runner on first base here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 9-5 lead for the Hawks, looking to close things out here against the St. Clair Saints and win a championship. Garrett Goddard is the pitcher. That ball is laid down for a bunt. Goddard will go to first with it for the sacrifice, working perfectly for Jared Gonzalez. That moves Ty Martin over to second base and into scoring position. And that will bring up Liam Sutherland, who is 1 for 1 in this game with a run scored. Sorry, 2 for 2 in this ball game with a run scored and a walk. One away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sutherland looks at ball 1. Liam Sutherland, 6'3" from Mississauga. Powerful leadoff hitter for the Humber Hawks all season long. And he rips it to short, and it's through the hole. Kevin Dion not able to come up with it. Just hit too hard. First and third now for Humber with just 1 out. Kevin Dion not able to squeeze that. Not sure whether that would be scored, an error or a hit. It was hit very hard, but it went under the glove of Dion. So Justin Mara will come up now, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game, walked and scored back in the 4th. First and third here for Humber. They will check the runner back at first. Sutherland is back in time. Ty Martin is the runner at third base. Humber with a 9-5 lead here. We're playing in the bottom of the 5th inning of the gold medal game of the OCAA championship. That pitch is very high. 1-0. The Humber Hawks certainly mean business here in this gold medal game. They were down 5-0 at one point, but roared back and have scored 9 unanswered runs. The 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. Garrett Goddard just not able to find the zone at the moment. Count is 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 from Garrett Goddard. That misses as well for ball 3. Goddard is in a difficult situation now. 3-0. For runners at the corners, only one out. See if Mara has the green light. He takes it inside. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Here comes Brandon Lyons. 2 for 2 in the ball game with the run scored and a walk, couple of stolen bases. And really a chance to put this game perhaps out of reach. Liam Sutherland moving down to second on that walk to Justin Mara. Ty Martin remains at third. Bases loaded, one away. St. Clair looking for a double play here to get out of it and keep it at just a 4-run deficit. First pitch is lifted to center field, or to left field rather, and the left fielder will make the catch and haul it in and fire it back to third, but that is a sacrifice fly. Brandon Lyons with a sacrifice fly to left, second out of the inning, but a run scored, and it's now a 10-5 ball game in favor of Humber. Ty Martin comes home to score on the RBI. The other runners held. So it's first and second now for Humber with 2 away, and it's Dennis DeBanning, the designated hitter for Humber. Puts that ball into play into the right field corner. That is going to score at least 1 run. In fact, it's going to score 2 runs, and DeBanning is into third with a triple. And that is a devastating blow for the St. Clair Saints here in the 5th inning. The score now 12-5 for St. Clair. Or sorry, for Humber. DeBanning came into that at bat 0 for 3 in the ball game, but he erases that memory very quickly with a 2-run triple, scoring Liam Sutherland and Justin Mara. Humber leading it now 12-5 in this gold medal game, and taking a big giant step here in this 5th inning toward winning their first OCAA championship. St. Clair now down by 7 runs. Keegan Murphy is the batter now, with a runner at third and 2 away. That ball is high, and it's going off the glove of the catcher. DeBanning is going to score. 13-5 for Humber. A wild pitch from Garrett Goddard. Patrick Kibble not able to squeeze that. It goes all the way to the fence behind the home plate. And it's the 3rd time in this game that Humber has scored 4 runs in 1 inning. 4 in the 2nd, 4 in the 4th, and now 4 here in the 5th. 13-5. Keegan Murphy fouls that away for strike 1. The Humber Hawks, the powerful veteran lineup, really showing their force here this afternoon in the gold medal game against St. Clair. Remember, they were down 5-0 in this game. 13 unanswered runs. For St. Clair, they're just hoping to end this here and to get back in the dugout couple of innings to work with on the offensive side of things. There's a strike. Count is 1-2. But a dejected-looking Garrett Goddard on the mound right now, as he has come on here in the 5th inning and seen Humber hit the ball hard. Simple as that. Count is 1-2. It is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Keegan Murphy. Keegan Murphy in this game is 0 for 1. He walked, and he's also had a sacrifice bunt, or on a squeeze that scored a run back in the 4th inning. It was an RBI. The 2-2 pitch is outside, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the home half of the 5th inning for the Humber Hawks. The score is 13-5 for Humber. Goddard's pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. But once again, another huge one for Humber. They score 4 runs. On the big blow in the inning was a triple, a 2-run triple by Dennis DeBanning. The score at the end of 5 complete: Humber 13, St. Clair 5. Back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship Gold Medal game. Brian Oliver here, and hoping you're watching and enjoying this live stream broadcast of the championship game, the gold medal game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. And it has been a tale of 2 different games. It started out brilliantly for St. Clair as they built an early 5-0 lead, but it evaporated. And by the end of 3 innings, we were tied at 5. And then in the 4th inning, Humber scored 4, and they scored 4 again moments ago in the 5th inning, and they lead at 13-5 now here in the top of the 6th inning. St. Clair trying to win a 6th consecutive championship, but their work really cut out for them here now as they trail by 8 with only 2 innings to play in the game. Luke Renault is the batter, the leadoff hitter for St. Clair here in the top of the 6th inning. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts to third. That ball is put into play. It's going to go to Jared Gonzalez at short. He throws on the run to first, and great play. Gonzalez with another running throw to gun down Luke Renault at first. First out of the 6th inning for St. Clair. Darian Gray will be the batter now. The 9 hitter for the Saints. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. And then he takes ball 1 from Braden Taylor. Braden Taylor was trailing this game after 2 innings, 5-0, but his team has exploded for 13 runs. And that 5-0 deficit is a distant memory. Count is now 2 balls and a strike to Darian Gray. The Humber Hawks 5 outs away now from the OCAA championship. Gray fouls that away for strike 2. 2-2. It was all St. Clair in the early going, and it's been all Humber since then. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's high. Ball 3. St. Clair needs base runners, and they need a lot of them. 3-2 pitch is lined to Gonzalez. It's short. He knocks it down, throws it on to first for the out. Outstanding defensive play again. Looked like he may have caught it for the line out. Wasn't able to snag it, but had the presence of mind to pick it up and whip it over to first for the out. 2 out. And that turns the lineup over now for St. Clair. Kevin Dion will be the batter. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game, a couple of groundouts and a walk, a run scored. Takes a strike. Nobody on base for St. Clair here, top of the 6th, 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Braden Taylor remains in the ball game as the pitcher for Humber. That pitch is inside, and the count goes to 2-2. He's induced incredible number of ground balls in this game. There's a foul ball as Dion stays alive. 2-2. Just 1 strikeout in the ball game, remarkably, for Braden Taylor. Well, there's number 2. It's dropped in the dirt, and they will complete the strikeout by throwing it down to first. The inning is over. So 2 strikeouts now for Braden Taylor, and the Humber Hawks are 3 outs away from a provincial title. We've played 5.5 innings here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium, and it's Humber 13, St. Clair 5. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Brian Oliver here with the call of the 2018 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship gold medal game between the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 13-5 lead for the Humber Hawks as they are just 3 outs away from capturing a first provincial title and ending the 5-year reign of the St. Clair Saints. They would also be able to win this game with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning if they're able to put something together with another rally, and they've been hot with the plate all game long. So 2 runs would build a 10-run lead, and a 10-run lead after 5 innings or later in the game would be a mercy. So the Humber Hawks have a couple of paths here to claiming the OCAA championship. These 2 teams met last year for the gold and silver. Last year, St. Clair claimed the gold, and Humber was the silver medalist. Fanshawe took the bronze last year. Fanshawe also taking the bronze this year, losing this morning to St. Clair in the bronze medal game. So we go to the 6th inning. Andrew Thompson will be the leadoff batter for Humber. He is 2 for 2 in the game with a double, a single, a walk, 2 runs scored. Kane Dumani is the new pitcher now, left-handed pitcher for St. Clair in the green uniforms. Thompson swings and misses at that pitch. Count is 1-2. Humber very close now to claiming a long-awaited championship. They can taste it. Dumani's pitch is high and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 13-5 is the score in favor of Humber. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch is put into play, grounded to first. Should be a routine ground out, and it is. Brendan Renault corrals it for the out. Throws it around. First out of the inning. So that's the first time that Thompson has failed to reach base in this game. 1 away. It'll be Brandon Costa now, the right fielder, coming to the plate. And Brandon Costa 2 for 3 in the ball game. Runs scored back in the 2nd inning. He takes a ball from Kane Dumani. 1 away here in the Humber 6th inning. Kane Dumani will fire a strike. That pitch is also in there for a strike, so the count goes to 1-2. Humber in the white jerseys, St. Clair in the green jerseys. There's the 1-2 pitch. Hit really hard to center field, and that is over the head of Darian Gray. And that will be a loud double for Brandon Costa. His 3rd hit of the ball game, and it comes with 1 out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring up Ty Martin. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game, a couple of walks, and a run scored. He would represent the mercy run in this game if he's able to get on base and later score. 1 away here, bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch from Dumani is low. Ball 1. A 1-out double by Brendan Costa. He's on second base right now, gets his lead. That ball is put into play to second, and it gets away from the second baseman, Kyle Gagnon. Took his head off the ball, and that will be likely an error charged. And Martin is on at first. Costa comes down to third on that play. And it'll be Jared Gonzalez, the batter now. In this game, Gonzalez officially 0 for 1. Hit into a fielder's choice. He's been hit by a pitch. Laid down a sacrifice bunt. He's scored 2 runs, though. He's been a big part of the offensive charge here for Humber in this game. A 13-5 lead for the Hawks over the St. Clair Saints. Runners at first and third here now in the bottom of the 6th. The count is 1-0. Dumani's pitch is popped up, and that's going to float out of play to the right side. Count moves to 1-1. Kane Dumani, the left-hander, came on to start this inning. Got a quick ground out to short, gave up a double, and then there was an infield error that led to a second base runner. Gonsalves takes a strike at the knees for strike 2, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Gonsalves. Runners at first and third here for the Hawks. Humber 13, St. Clair 5. That ball is lifted to right center. It's going to be caught, and it will be a sacrifice fly as Brandon Costa comes in from third, and that's the 14th run of the game for Humber. Good running catch in center field by Darian Gray, but no chance to get the base runner coming home from third. So 14-5 is the score now. Ty Martin remains at first base. Liam Sutherland will be the batter now with 2 away. And he hits that ball to center field. Darian Gray is under it, and he'll haul it in for the out. That's the 3rd out of the inning, but another run across for the Humber Hawks. We've played 6 complete innings here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium in the gold medal game, OCAA Men's Baseball Championship. It's Humber 14, St. Clair 5. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium. We go to the 7th last chance for the St. Clair Saints as they appear to be losing their grip on a 5-year reign as OCAA champions. They trail 14-5 here going into the 7th inning, and they are the visiting team. And they're going to need a lot of base runners, and they're going to need to score 9 runs here to get back on even terms with the Humber Hawks. Humber looking for its first OCAA championship. And coming on to pitch now is Matt Stoddard in relief of Braden Taylor, who had a very good game for Humber. He went 6 innings. He was early in this game down 5-0. 5-0. St. Clair led this game at one point. But since then, 14 consecutive runs by Humber. 4 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, and another in the 6th. 14-5 is the score. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters will be coming up for St. Clair here. And Kyle Gagnon will be the first one. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Sorry, 2 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. So he's been on base every time. He's scored 2 runs. Second pitch from Stoddard is low and inside. The count is 2-0 to Kyle Gagnon. He swings and misses. Count is 2-1. The Humber Hawks 3 outs away from an OCAA championship. Pitch is low. 3 balls and a strike. That ball is ripped to left field through the hole between short and third. That's a base hit. Gagnon with 3 hits in this ball game now. 3 for 3. And the Saints are going to need a whole lot more of that here in the next few minutes. Miguel Cienfuegos is up now. He is 2 for 3 in the game with 2 singles. He takes a strike from Matt Stoddard. St. Clair with a runner at first here. Nobody out in the top of the 7th, but they do trail it 14-5. Stoddard fires, misses. Count is 2-0. Cienfuegos hits that one to right center. And the center fielder, Liam Sutherland, is under it for the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. 1 away. Gagnon goes back to first. That'll bring up Garrett Goddard. He was the DH. He's pitched in this game. He remains in the lineup. He is 2 for 3 in the ball game with a single and a triple. His triple back in the second inning. There's a ball that could be a double play to end it. Goddard will not beat it out. It's a double play. The game is over. The Humber Hawks are the 2018 OCAA champions. The Humber Hawks 14, St. Clair Saints 5. And Humber jubilant coming out of the dugout to celebrate a convincing victory here in the gold medal game of the 2018 championship. The Hawks will come over now and shake hands with the St. Clair Saints as they see their 5-season gold medal streak come to an end. I guess it had to end at some point, and it happens this year. Humber, all season long, the powerhouse team in the league with a record of 17 wins and 3 losses. And here in the championship tournament, they were a perfect 3-0. And they win it going away 14-5 over St. Clair. We'll see the medal presentations come your way in just a moment here at Kinsman Stadium as the teams will line up, and we will hear the players of the game. We will see the medal presentations and learn who the members of the All-Star team for the tournament are. So we'll let Jamie May, the public address announcer here at Kinsman Stadium, make those announcements, and we'll stand by and monitor. The Humber Hawks will celebrate this win and also prepare to host the Canadian National Championships next weekend in Etobicoke. Kyle Gagnon is the player of the game for the St. Clair Saints. And Brandon Costa is the player of the game for the Humber Hawks. As I said, the Humber Hawks will host the National Championships next weekend in Etobicoke. It's a 6-team field. Humber will be there, so will the same St. Clair Saints. The Fanshawe Falcons, the bronze medal winners in this tournament, will also be there to represent Ontario.
First All-Star hit 8 for 15 for a .533 batting average with 6 RBIs, number 24, Garrett Goddard.
Garrett Goddard is named one of the All-Stars for the tournament. 8 for 15 in the tournament. Had a great tournament for the Saints.
And the second All-Star for St. Clair, hitting 5 for 13 with a .385 average and 3 RBIs, number 2, Brendan Renault.
And Brendan Renault is also named a tournament All-Star for the Saints.
And now the 2 tournament All-Stars from Humber. First one, he hit 750 with 7 RBIs and also pitched a complete game with only 3 hits, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. Brendan Lyons.
Brendan Lyons hit 750 in the tournament. Think about that, 750, phenomenal. It's an almost unheard of batting average.
5 for 9 for a 556 batting average with 3 RBI. Number 6, Andrew Thompson.
And Andrew Thompson, also an all-star for the Humber Hawks. Their bats were really alive throughout this entire game. They scored in every inning except the first.
And now the MVP for the OCAA Championship. He hit 750 with 7 RBIs. Number 20, Brendan Lyons.
And here goes Brendan Lyons again as the overall most valuable player of the tournament for the Humber Hawks. Again, 750 batting average.
And now to present the silver medals to St. Clair. Number 1, Kyle Gagnon. Number 2, Brendan Renault. Number 3, Darian Gray. Number 4, Micah Harris. Number 5, Josh Thorpe. Number 6, Kevin Dion. Number 7, Patrick Kibble. Number 8, Ryan Essler. Number 10, Tommy Chang. Number 12, Michael Beal. Number 13, Mitchell Galt. Number 14, Taylor Pappin. Number 15, Riley Vernon. Number 16, Tyler Lansley. Number 20, Michael Hamlin. Number 21, Miguel Cienfuego. Number 22, Matthew Brooks. Number 24, Garrett Goddard. Number 27, Ryan Holmes. Number 30, Kane Dumani. Number 34, Mitchell Prissa. Number 35, Keyshawn Such. Number 37, Lucas Renault. Number 38, Evan Ferguson. Jordan Pine. As well as the coaches for St. Clair, head coach Dave Cooper. Assistant coach, Tristan Bochat. Kyle Breitner. Assistant coach, Casey Boutet. And now to present the gold medals to the Humber Hawks.
So the silver medals just handed out to the St. Clair Saints. And now the gold medals to the Humber Hawks.
Number 6, Andrew Thompson. Number 7, Matt Stoddard. Number 8, Jeff Sims. Number 9, Braden Taylor. Number 10, Aaron Nash. Number 11, Brandon Costa. Number 12, Curtis Chung. Number 13, Stephen Huff. Number 14, Hunter Bisser. Number 15, Cameron Honfeld. Number 16, Dennis DeBanning. Number 17, David Sigmund. Number 18, Jared Gonsalves. Number 20, Brendan Lyons. Number 21, Cam Hibbs. Number 22, Stephen Narebecki. Number 23, Keegan Murphy. Number 24, Aiden Murphy. Number 25, Justin Mara. Number 26, Ty Martin. Number 27, Liam Sutherland. Number 28, Rory Pollard. Number 29, Cameron Wilcox. The head coach of the Humber Hawks, Matt Ferreira. Assistant coach, Jeff Gibbs. Assistant coach, Troy Black. Assistant coach, Alex Thrower. Will the team captains from Humber come forward to receive the championship banner?
So here's the moment that has not happened in OCAA history. St. Clair Saints have never watched another team raise the championship banner because they've done it themselves for the last 5 years. But this time, the Humber Hawks are the Ontario College Athletic Association champions in the sport of baseball, as they raise the banner here at Kinsman Stadium. The OCAA banner will fly at Humber College for the next year. The Humber Hawks with a 14-5 win in the gold medal game over the St. Clair Saints, capping off a remarkable season, a 17-3 regular season, and a perfect 3-0 run here at the championship, hosted by Durham College here in Oshawa. And there's the trophy raised in the air.
2018 OCAA Championship gold medalist, the Humber Hawks.
So a big celebration here at Kinsman Stadium as the Humber Hawks walk off victorious with the 2018 championship, ending the 5-year reign of the St. Clair Saints, and really did it with power all game long. A terrific pitching performance by Braden Taylor, went 6 innings. Matt Stoddard came on in the 7th inning to complete things, and the bats were loud with 3 separate innings where the Hawks scored 4 runs. So 14-5 is the final score here from Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. The Saints will claim the silver medal, head back to Windsor. Both teams, of course, will head off to the National Championship next weekend in Toronto. The Humber Hawks will host that tournament. St. Clair Saints will be playing in that, as will the Fanshawe Falcons, who earned the bronze medal here this weekend in Oshawa. So for everyone here involved at Durham College, putting this broadcast together, we thank you for watching the live stream. Congratulations again to the Humber Hawks, the 2018 championships, to the OCAA Men's Baseball Championships presented by Bel Air Direct. My name is Brian Oliver. Thanks for joining us all weekend long. Good afternoon from Oshawa.